Hey guys, it's Face and today I'm going to be showing you how I created this butterfly look. This is also my entry into the NYX Face Awards 2018. So stay tuned and I'm going to show you how I do it right now.
Alright, so to start off, I painted my entire face white. This is to get the brighter colors that we want later on to show up the best. The best way to apply white paint and make it not streaky is to work in sections and make sure that one particular section is as streak free as you can before moving on to the next. The next thing that I did is I took bright yellow paint and I put it in all of my highlighting areas right underneath my eyes, on my forehead, as well as on my nose and my chin. Basically anywhere you would put concealer on when doing regular beauty makeup, that's where I put the yellow. After that was fully blended into the white paint, I took a bright orange body paint and blended it onto my cheekbones. I also put the bright orange on my forehead on top of the yellow and blended it in. Now I'm repeating the same steps we just did with the orange with a hot pink slightly below the orange and blending that out. Next I'm going to complete the gradient by adding a blue on my forehead and on my cheekbones and blending that in. This is going to be like your contour color. For the next couple steps, I'm going to be using NYX Ultimate Brights eyeshadow palette. I'm taking the bright yellow from the palette and putting it in the same spots where I put the yellow paint. I'm putting it on my under eye, my forehead, my nose, my chin, and my upper lip. The base of paint that we put down is going to make the shadows pop. I'm taking the bright orange from that palette and putting it on my cheekbones and blending it into the yellow. To make it blend better, I went back in with the yellow and placed it over top of the orange to soften it. Then I'm taking that orange and I'm going to lightly contour my nose and going back in with the yellow to soften it. Now I'm taking the hot pink color from the same palette and putting it on top of the orange and blending it in. Again going over with the orange to soften it after. And lastly I'm taking that navy blue color from the same palette and putting it on top of my forehead and in the hollows of my cheekbones, contouring my nose and under my jawline. We have to finish the base gradient by adding a teal body paint and blending it into all of the white areas remaining on my face. So my cheeks, my jaw, and into my hairline. Then with a very thin brush and black body paint at the start of my eyebrows going to my hairline, I am drawing two black lines in a V shape and connecting them on the bridge of my nose. Using a picture of butterfly wings as a reference, I start outlining the design of the butterfly wing. I draw 4 teardrop shapes starting from the middle of my forehead all the way to the top and then draw individual lines connecting them to the bridge of my nose. I darken the outer line and then move on to my cheeks. I draw a line starting right underneath my cheekbone and connecting it to my jaw in an L shape. Fill in the inside using the same shapes as we did on my forehead and do it on the other cheek as well. Then I decided I wanted to make the point on my nose longer. Then using NYX's Liquid Suede in the color Jet Set, I fill in my lips. For this look, I made the Cupid's bow a little bit more dramatic than my natural lip and I overdrew the bottom lip just slightly. Using the same liquid lip and a small lip brush, I clean up the lines to make the lip design more defined. Try saying that 5 times fast. Now I'm extending my lipstick in a wing shape to make a smile effect. Once I'm satisfied with how it looks, I go back in with black paint and outline it. Once again, I clean up the lines, but this time I use a teal body paint on the outside of my lips. I then take the bright yellow paint from earlier and put it in the center of my lip and blend it out. At this point, I decided I wanted to make the teal a little bit more visible, so I painted over my chin in the teal and then blended it upwards into the yellow and orange. I then take that yellow eyeshadow from before and put it in the middle of my chin. Hey, there's a cat! Anyway, I'm taking the orange eyeshadow and putting it next to the yellow on my chin, and I'm also putting it on the inside of my cheeks. Still using the Ultimate Brights palette, I take that yellow and I blend it into my crease as well as the orange and the pink and blend it upwards into a sunset effect. Then I'm going to be taking a blue directly under the pink and smoking it out. It's okay if it's a little bit messy because we are going to now take a concealer and cut the crease. With a thin angled brush, I then fix up the lines and make it smooth. And then in the corner of my eye, I make a wing and connect it to the middle of my crease. Using that same yellow eyeshadow and a dense packing brush, I put it on the inner corners of my eye, followed by an orange in the center. On the outer quarter, I used the navy blue and smoked it out. I also used that blue to smoke out underneath my waterline. Then using a detailing brush and black body paint, I outlined my eyebrows and then filled them in. Once my eyebrows are done, I add another wing pattern on top of them, following the same technique as my forehead and my cheek. Once again, I decided I wanted to extend the point of my nose, so I brought it all the way down to the tip of my nose. Now I'm going back in with yellow paint and filling in parts of the wing on my cheek, and a little bit of orange as well. Then I take a gold highlighter and put it on the top of my lip and in the center of my bottom lip. With a detailing brush, I'm adding white dots to the center of my nose as well as highlighting all of the black lines I drew on my forehead. This is what's really going to make the design pop. When choosing where to place the highlight, you want to keep it on the side of the black line closest to the center of your forehead. The right side of your face should have the white on the left, and the left side of your face should have the white lines on the right. And then when you're highlighting your cheek, you want to place the white underneath the black lines you've already placed. Then very carefully using the same white, I make a sharp cut crease on my lid. After that, I take NYX's Collection Noir liquid black liner and wing out my eye. I also bring that liner up into my crease, connecting it to the white. Then with the liner, I'm recreating the same wing design on my forehead and everywhere else, but smaller and on my lid. Fill in my waterline. Now moving on to my chest, we're going to recreate the same base coat that we did when we started my face. So I'm taking white body paint and I'm going to be making 4 wing designs on the bottom. For this part, the streakiness doesn't matter that much because it is going to get fully covered, unlike with your face where you can see through it. Then I'm taking the yellow highlighter color paint and filling in the bottom sections of all 4 of the wings. Then again, directly on top of that, I'm taking the bright orange paint and blending that into the yellow. Followed by, you guessed it, bright pink right on my neck, and blending that down into the orange. Then filling in the rest of my neck with a light blue and blending it all the way down. Once it's fully blended, I'm taking black and I'm going to outline the wings at the bottom and filling it in. This is going to help me disappear into the background later on. Again, repeating the same process as on the face, I'm taking the Ultimate Brights palette with that yellow shade and filling in everywhere I placed the yellow paint. Then I went in with the orange and filled it up on top of the yellow and blended it down. And then right above that, I used the hot pink and blended it into the orange. And then used the navy blue to fill in the rest of my neck. Using a detailing brush, I defined where I wanted all 4 of my wings to go. I tried to keep it as symmetrical as possible. Then I added a second outline about ½ an inch away from the ends of the wings. Then going back to my reference picture, I outlined the details of the butterfly wings. It's the same design that we've been doing, just on a larger scale. So it's those teardrop shapes, and then I added those lines connecting it to the end of the wing. The outer wings on my shoulder I did a little bit different. I made a cartoon sun shape on that corner and then drew those lines in. Next I drew very small dots on the inside of the outline we drew in the beginning. This was the most tedious part. It took me the longest too. It probably took me about 20 minutes to do, so I sped it up for you guys a little bit. Then I went and outlined with the detailing brush and the white paint the bottom of the wings. Then I took the white and highlighted all of the design on the inside of the wing, following the same rules before, where I choose the side of the black line that is closest to the middle of my chest. Then it was time for my favorite part, glitter. So I put glitter on the middle forehead wing, 2 directly underneath my eyes, and I outlined the 4 wings on the bottom of my chest all in glitter. Then I put on some mascara and some fake lashes. And done.
Alright, so that's my final look for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, NYX, for taking the time to watch my video. And be sure to like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought. Join the nation, face the nation. If you have anything that you would like to see me create, please comment down below. I appreciate it so much. Goodbye!